Hello, my name is Shrikar Botla, and I'm in 11th grade at Massachusetts High School. This is my project for Congressional App Challenge 2021 called Intelligent Plant Watering System. Climate change and an increasing population are putting stress on farming. This project is designed for farmers and others to leverage technology that predicts rainfall in order to help sustainable farming methods that save water. The system works by considering past rainfall, future rainfall, the amount of water dispensed in prior days, and the amount of water the plant should get each day in order to dispense the right amount of water that doesn't overwater or underwater the plant. The programming languages I use are Python, React.js, JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. The hardware system was designed with a Raspberry Pi, a relay, and a pump. On the website, you can see the three buttons: start, stop, and test. Now let me show you how it works. So right now we're going to hit test for demo purposes. And this lets us see if the system is on and if the system works. So when we hit test, what should happen is that water should go from this cup into this plant, and all the electronics controlling everything are in that box, and I'll show you them later. So when we hit test, the system turns on like it should. Water leaves this cup, and it goes into this plant. And the status changes to testing. When we hit stop, the testing should stop, and then the status goes off again. And this is what it looks like. The logic behind the machine is that when the user clicks a button, a request is sent to the server that tells it what the Raspberry Pi should do. The Raspberry Pi also sends a request to the server to see this information. For example, if the user clicks start, the Pi sees that it should be active and water the plant. The way it does this is by using an algorithm I made that uses factors I listed before. To dispense the water, the Raspberry Pi tells a relay to turn on the pump for a certain amount of time. After dispensing the water, the Pi sends a request to the server that updates the data that is shown on the website. All the weather information and watering data is automatically shown on this graph for the user. And as you can see, on January 31st, the system reduced the amount of water dispensed as it knew there would be a large amount of rainfall in following days. It did this to not overwater the plant. Let's see the programs in action. In order for all this to work, there needs to be three programs running. One is the website, another is the program on the Raspberry Pi, which requests to the server to see whether it should be on or off or whether it should test, and here the server. So the server manages all the requests from the Raspberry Pi and the website, and you can see all the requests coming in from the Raspberry Pi with the time. This is what the setup looks like. From the right to the left is the Raspberry Pi, the relay, and the pump. The Raspberry Pi tells the relay to open a channel, which turns on the pump. Thank you.